When most people hear the term libido, the immediate thing your mind goes to is your sex drive. And that is very much the Freudian perspective, is that your libido is your sex drive. Freud's pupil, Carl Jung, took the idea of libido a step further. And he believed that your libido is your psychic energy, or more specifically, it's your life force energy. That definitely includes your sex drive. That is a huge component of it, but it is not only or exclusively your sex drive. The libido is the sex drive, but it is also your soul's calling towards more. It's your soul calling you towards greater authenticity. It's your soul calling you towards greater wholeness. And the libido is the life force drive trying to move you towards what will bring that out of you. Okay, so I'll give you an example on this. You know how there's some things that you just find super interesting, but you can't really explain why you find it so interesting. Like here's an example recently from my life. I've picked up doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu again. And I did it a couple of years ago. I stopped for a while, but picked it up again. You take the topic of jiu-jitsu, and one person is like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And that's kind of the extent of it. They have no interest in engaging with it. Someone else all of a sudden is like, I freaking love this. This is amazing. I want to spend 20 hours a week doing this. Same activity, same topic, completely different interest levels. So then the question is like, well, why does one person find this so much more interesting? Where does that interest in this come from? Like, because it's not like you're choosing to be interested in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's something in you that's choosing for you to be interested in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah? So it's kind of like the Nietzschean quote of like, people don't have ideas, ideas have people. It's the same thing here. It's like you don't choose what you are interested in. Your interests call you. And from a Jungian perspective, this is an aspect of your libido. So in that example, why is that, let's say the second person is really, really called to jujitsu? Like, why do they have this strong interest to that? And maybe in this example, it could be, well, there's a part of them that maybe they've got a warrior within them, or they've got a bit of a sadist in them, or they've got this kind of part of them that would feel much more self-centered, self-confident, self-secure if they knew that they could defend themselves and those that they care about. And so there's that aspect of them that's hidden. It's buried in the shadow, buried in the depths of their psyche. They come across an interest of jujitsu, the topic of it, and all of a sudden they just feel drawn to it. They feel so interested and compelled to do it because it's essentially like the soul inside them is saying, right there, this is something that you need. This is something that will pull out more of who you are. This is something that will bring us into greater wholeness and authenticity. There's power here. And so that's why they get a libidinal charge that pulls that out of them. And again, it definitely could be sexual. And there's a whole series of videos we can be doing on that. But it's not exclusively that. It's also the call of your soul towards life force, towards interest, towards that which would complete you. So follow your interests. They are probably going to be a very good indication towards something within you that is buried or lost or has been suppressed or repressed or just needs to be reclaimed. And those interests will lead you back into connection with that part of yourself and therefore towards wholeness in yourself as well.